Our next step is to put in the image. Please double check that you've got the Big Ben JPEG inside your images folder. Then in your index page, you're looking for the piece of code that puts in the image. And instead of using image.jpg, you want to stay in the images folder and put in Big Ben. Note that tab will complete the file name for you. If you've got the image preview installed, you can mouse over and it will tell you the width and the height of the image. In this case, we're going to completely remove the height code because we're going to let it automatically resize. And for the width, we can try 640. You also need to put in alternate text, and we can then save and reload our page, and the image should display correctly. Right now, our page is a little bit plain, so we can go into the CSS and edit the colors. In the CSS, anytime you've got the word color and a block, you could potentially change the colors. In this case, we're looking for our banner and footer, and we want to change that gray color to something a bit more interesting. I'm going to use the color tool to make mine red. Of course, you can have any color you'd like. Please remember to save. And this time when you reload, go Control-Shift-R to make the colors change. And your color in the footer and the header should match the color that you chose. Right now, my links, if they've been visited, are dark blue. If I hover over, they're black. And if they're unvisited, they're actually red. If you wanted to change these colors, you could do so in the links area of the page. Next, please go back into your index page and at the bottom, update the footer so that it's got your name and the current email. Once you've done that and checked that it worked, our next step is to validate. Please go into your HTML, copy the code, and then in Chrome, search for an HTML validator. Choose to validate by direct input and paste in the code that you've copied. Then push check. The good news is it's all green, but we do have some information where it's saying on our image we don't want the closing slash. This is an easy fix. Go into your web page and up the top where we've got the image, remove the closing slash, save, grab the code, go back into your validator, remove the code that's there and repaste. And now when you check, that warning disappears. We can do something similar for our CSS. Go into Landmarks, copy your CSS, go into Chrome, search for a CSS validator, paste in your copied CSS, and you might need to scroll up to make sure that it's actually there, and check it. And happily, we don't have any errors. If you do have errors, you should fix them before moving on. Once you get to this point, please show your work to your teacher and have a conversation with them, as they might recommend that you move on to the assessment at this point. If you're working quite far ahead, your next step is going to be to take the single page and change it into a multi-page website.